So, if you have been lifting weights for more than 6 months and your body hasn't really changed, you are likely falling for the single biggest trap in modern fitness. Now, you already know the golden rule: progressive overload. To grow a muscle, you have to force it to do more work over time, more weight, more reps, more sets. So, you go into the gym and you look at your workout log and you force yourself to add 5 pounds to the bar or squeeze out just one more rep than last week. You check the box and you did more, but your muscles aren't growing. Why? Because you are making a fatal assumption. You are confusing logbook progress with biological progress. And today, we are going to fix it. So, here is the assumption that is literally killing your gains. If the weight on the bar goes up, the tension on the target muscle must have gone up. Now, it might sound logical, right? If I benched 185 last week for 8 reps and 190 this week for 8 reps, I overloaded the muscle. But your body does not care about the numbers in your phone, and your body only cares about mechanical tension. The little stretching and contracting force felt by the muscle fibers. Your body is a survival mechanism, not a muscle building machine. Its primary goal during a heavy lift is to move the weight from point A to point B using the least amount of energy possible. It wants to be efficient. So when you force yourself to add 5 pounds before body is actually ready, your brain finds a workaround. Without even realizing it, it subtly shifts the biomechanics on the lift. On the bench press, you flare your elbows slightly and use more of your front delts. On the lat pull down, you lean a little bit extra, like 10 degrees or more, and use momentum. And on the bicep curl, you just give just a tiny bit of hip drive at the bottom. You successfully lock the extra weight, you celebrate, but the actual target muscle, it actually did less work than it did last time. It didn't overload the muscles, you just overloaded your ego. In sports science, this is called leverage shifting. Your nervous system is incredibly smart. It will gladly sacrifice your technique to save your joints and energy. Think about a standard barbell bicep curl. The moment of greatest tension on your bicep is when your forearm is exactly parallel to the floor at a 90-degree angle, and that is the hardest part of the lift. If you add weight and unconsciously swing your elbows forward and 2 inches at the start of the rep, you completely bypass that 90-degree sticking point. You use physics to skip the growth zone. So you just curled 40 pounds with worse execution instead of 35 pounds with perfect execution. And the result? Zero new muscle growth, but a much higher chance of tendon injury. True progressive overload is not just about moving your weight. It is about moving more weight while keeping the standardized execution exactly the same. So, how do we fix this without making our workouts incredibly boring? We will be using a framework called standardized execution. Before you add a single pound to your logbook next week, you need to master these 3 rules. Rule number 1: standardize your tempo. I'm not telling you to count the seconds, but don't let gravity do the work. And when you're doing the concentric, be as explosive as possible and control the eccentric just a little bit, not like a 2 to 3 second boring thing. Rule 2 is own the pauses. Eliminate the bounce. At the bottom of your squat or the chest of your bench, pause for just a fraction of a second. This kills the stretch reflex, the natural elastic bounce of your tendons, and forces the muscle to do 100% of the work. Rule 3: only progress on clean reps. If your target is 8 to 10 reps and you hit 10 reps but the last 2 involved a little bit of body English or shortened range of motion, it does not count. You stay at that weight next week and until all 10 reps look identical. So, next time you walk into a gym, change your mindset. Stop asking yourself, how can I lift this weight? And start asking, how can I make this weight feel as heavy as possible to the targeted muscle? If you have to drop the weight on the bar by 10% today to make your form flawless, do it. Your joints will thank you and your muscles will finally start growing again. Drop a comment below with one exercise where you know you have been cheating the form just to move the weight. Let's call ourselves out. Hit the subscribe button for more fitness advice that actually respects the physiology, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.